morning I had a conversation with Luke Fickell. He informed me that he would be taking the head coaching job at Wisconsin.
Well, you heard it there. Luke Fickell is heading to Madison, Wisconsin to take the head coaching job with the Wisconsin Badgers. Welcome back, everybody, on Sports of All Sorts. Am I wrong, Marshall, to say it felt a little sudden, maybe surprising?
Not at all. Even those very close to Luke Fickell didn't know about this situation unfolding or that it was happening. When the news broke this morning, I think it was fair to say all Bearcat fans and people close to the situation were surprised, Caleb.
Here's part of what Athletic Director John Cunningham said in his press conference earlier tonight.
You know, obviously, the success he's had over the years, there's been a lot of suitors. And we've had numerous discussions about that and about the dedication that our institution have and that I have in growing our program to be successful. And so those conversations continued throughout this year. And so this was always going to be a family decision. And he felt it was the right time for that decision to be made and really leave it at that.
Did Coach give you the chance to counter, to match, or was this, you know, I've made my decision and thanks for everything?
Yeah, I'll let you ask Coach those questions, but I can tell you, obviously, like I just said to Justin, we were always having conversations about moving our program forward, and anything that we could do, he knew that I wanted to invest and I wanted to grow this thing, and I felt strongly about what it was going to take to get to the Big 12 and be at that level and still do. And so we were willing to get there with him. But it was a family decision, and he made that decision.
Looking forward, Wes Miller was a guy with 10 years of head coaching experience. Is experience something that's high on your list, or when you go into this, it's let's find the best candidate, whether it's somebody that's coached for 20 years or one of the best assistants in the country?
It's 100% let's find the very best person for the University of Cincinnati.
All right, that was UC Athletic Director John Cunningham. Here is part of Luke Fickell's statement as published today by the University of Wisconsin. He said, quote, "My family and I are thrilled to join the Wisconsin family. This is a destination job at a program that I have admired from afar for years." Again, that is Luke Fickell as published by the University of Wisconsin today. So, Marshall, I'm going to bring up the question that I think is on the minds of others out there right now, and that is, why Wisconsin and why now?
Why now is the question. Now, and Wisconsin specifically, it was the best job available for this time. And Luke Fickell, it's like a stock market. You buy low, you sell high. Luke Fickell's stock is not going to be much higher than it is right now for the foreseeable future. With the move to the Big 12 coming, Cincinnati's record is not guaranteed to be at the top. They're not guaranteed to win the Big 12, but right now he's a hot head coach who's coming off a college football appearance last year. So many NFL prospects on that team, and he was at the top of the American Conference this year. Now's the time to go while he's successful.
Okay, so but my question is, and maybe I've been conditioned over the years to think he's going to stay, because you look back at the fact that he turned down Michigan State. He passed over potential coaching jobs when they were open at USC, Notre Dame, maybe others. So, well, I mean, Notre Dame seemed, for me, it was like when he didn't end up at Notre Dame, it was like he's staying here unless it's Ohio State. Why Wisconsin? I mean, you said timing.
Timing is one of the biggest things. It's like any relationship, right? Yeah, they have to be a great person, but it also has to be at the right time. And right now, if Luke Fickell wanted to leave, this was the time he had to do it. The next window might not have come for a job like this for a few years. And Wisconsin's a great job. It really is. They have a loyal fan base, a lot of money in the boosters there. They can recruit really well. And they're a Big Ten school that since 2000, they're in the top 10 in wins in all of college football. He's going to, I wouldn't call Wisconsin a blue blood, but a very good, historic, strong Big Ten program.
Okay, but so here's my question, okay? He said Wisconsin is a destination job.
Sure.
That was his words, according to the University of Wisconsin. The Wisconsin is a destination job. So my question is Cincinnati a stepping stone job?
I think every job in the country is a stepping stone job. It's all about perspective. So in short, yes, the University of Cincinnati football team right now is a stepping stone job.
Okay, fine. So when you look across the country, how many destination jobs are there?
In college football?
What schools are destination jobs right now?
I don't know that there is one, because every job you can move up to the next
Wisconsin
job.
is.
to Luke Fickell. Okay, so that goes to my point. A destination job has a lot to do with the marriage of head coach and school/opportunity.
Okay, so the definition of a destination job has a lot to do with who is filling that job.
100%.
More so than the actual, like you don't define destination job by how many seats there are in the stadium, is what you're saying. It doesn't matter if Wisconsin has 80,000.
Caleb, you just brought up, we'll talk about another former Cincinnati coach. You just brought up you were shocked you didn't take the Notre Dame job. A former Cincinnati coach left Notre Dame for LSU.
Okay, but right. So is Notre Dame a destination job?
Clearly it's not. It's a stepping stone for Brian Kelly. It's a stepping stone for other people. And USC, one of the most coveted jobs in all of sports, Pete Carroll took that job and turned it into an NFL job. So it's all about perspective. At the end of the day, think of anyone in any job, in any profession. You're always trying to do your best and you're always trying to do better. These type A competitors that are college football coaches, they're the same way.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of candidates UC will be able to look at and pull out. I do want to look at some potential candidates. This is not coming from UC. It's not coming from John Cunningham. It's coming from me and you. It's a list of potential candidates that you might hear talked about in this coaching search. I think the shiniest one on the list is right here, Deion Sanders.
Of course, former Cincinnati Red. Don't forget that. Deion Sanders. He's coaching right now at Jackson State University and HBCU. Everyone wants a slice of prime time. However, Cincinnati would make sense. I don't see it happening, but I think it would make a lot of sense for him.
Urban Meyer, interesting one. Tom Herman, former coach at Texas. Jesse Minter, the son of Rick Minter. Mike Tressel and Kerry Combs, both on the staff right now. Jason Candle from Toledo. Some interesting names there. This is super preliminary. But look, whoever takes over at the University of Cincinnati has big shoes to fill. Look at the Fickell file there. 57 wins at Cincinnati. He is the winningest coach in the history of that Bearcats football program. He gained that title earlier this season. He, of course, did lead Cincinnati to that college football playoff game this past season.